I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
And I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
What's up, guys? This is Audrey with episode 6 of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Gaming. This week's topic is glitches, which I'm sure everyone has dealt with in one way or another. So, here we go.
Elder Scrolls games are always good for glitches. I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing, but I mean, with a game that big, you kind of expect not everything to work perfectly. Things like this happened to me playing Mass Effect, which meant that because I was crap at saving and the autosaves aren't very regular, I had to replay vast tracts of Mass Effect, which isn't so bad because it's Mass Effect, but it's still quite annoying. But as someone who has dabbled in the dark arts of game creation myself, the most infuriating glitches are the ones that are your own handiwork. I still don't know how that happened.
I don't think there's a single game out there that doesn't have some sort of glitch in it. When you have multiplayer games, this can mean someone has an unfair advantage, but when you're in a single-player campaign, it doesn't tend to be as big of a deal. It's no secret that I'm a big fan of the Legend of Zelda series, so when the question of glitches came up, that's kind of what I went to. And those tend to be riddled with glitches. Most of them are on the silly side, but some of them can actually make a big difference. They can range from cheating the physics of the game and allowing you to hover or fly around, cheating death, letting you access areas you aren't supposed to be able to access, changing colors of items, finishing quests early, sometimes skipping them altogether, and just generic tomfoolery. In a single-player campaign like Zelda, glitches can essentially create an entirely new game, challenging gamers to find creative ways to reach the end goal. In the case of Ocarina of Time, the glitches are so numerous and so ridiculous, it is apparently possible to actually beat the entire game in under 20 minutes from start to finish as a child with nothing but a Deku Stick versus the Great Ganon.
Any glitches we seem to encounter now in video games seem to be patched out relatively quickly if they are game-breaking. An example of this recently would be Pokemon X and Y saving in Lumiose City. Effectively broke the game, so it just means the developers can recognise that there is a problem and they can effectively fix it. Another example of a glitch is in Dark Souls, where you can cut effectively half of the game out, I'd say more like 2/3 of the game, by jumping off a cliff and getting to the die screen but powering off your console. From there you can get to the end of the game very, very easily and complete the game without seeing about 60% of the content the game has. Glitches seem to be less prevalent because developers have the ability to patch out the problems that seem to be encountered with games nowadays, especially with the fact that games and consoles tend to be connected a lot of the time that they're played, at least in my experience.
When I think of glitches, I cannot help but think of Fable 3. I got it for free through Xbox Live, and I'm really glad I did because I'd be super pissed if I had paid $60 for that game. The way that I had heard someone describe it online was that it's buggier than an anthill, and there have never been truer words written online, because holy shit. I mean, you've got the golden line that's supposed to lead you to quests, which sometimes will just float behind you instead. You've got the inability for your characters to sometimes have children, which is super fun. If you want to marry the love interest person from the beginning of the game towards the middle, sometimes you can't find them, so it's kind of a mess. It's a fun game, but it's buggy, to say the least. If you would like to join our group on roosterteeth.com, you can check out the link for that below. And you can also find the Rooster Teeth profiles of all of our contributors today. So, thanks for watching, and I hope we see you next time. Knock, knock. So, thanks for watching, and I hope we get... I can't even produce English words anymore. Holy fuck.